Anish Giri, thank you so much for joining. You have just won your game versus Amin Tabatabai. Congratulations, but let me once again welcome you to FIDE Grand Prix. That's the first time we meet here in the post-game interview, and somehow we also met yesterday for another video which will be released later on. So do you think I somehow brought you some luck?
Probably, because when I started playing chess, I was also winning a lot of games, and you were also around, so you could say that yes, I do play well when you are around, that's for sure.
That's great to hear. Could you please choose one adjective to describe each player in your pool?
Well, I'll say with Amin that he's maybe mysterious, because I don't know him very well, and relatively new and interesting. In Vitsugov, I would call him determined. I think he is determined in important events. And with Hare Krishna, I would call him deceptive, deceiving. I think the adjective is deceptive. Yeah, deceiving is already a verb. Because with Hare Krishna, it's very interesting. If you watch his, if you watch him, it's always the way around. When he's doing well, he looks disappointed. When he is doing badly, he looks much more content. So he's a very deceptive player, a very tricky player.
Do you think Sopiko watches every game of yours entirely live?
Oh. No, she's a very busy woman. She has a life, unlike me. So she has a life, and she has to, she has to keep things moving. You cannot have both people in a household focus on a game of chess.
What would be for you a dream Dutch team among all ever lived players, dead or alive?
Dutch players, or?
Yeah.
Well, we've had a world champion, so let's say the way I see your question is like, what is we have actually in Holland this list of honorary list of players. Like basically, they try to put all the players in from historical history of Dutch chess. They try to put them in an order. I don't recollect my order, but I must have come after the world champion Max Euwe, probably Jan Timman, because he's been world number 2 and 3 for longer for now than I have been. But I do hope to catch up and take over him for sure. And the other players, I mean, you have some older players that made a huge impact, culturally sort of, but like Jan-Hein Donner, but I don't think he was that strong a player. So maybe don't recall, but maybe already it's time for Jeroen Piquet and Luc van Wely. I think they are probably number 4 and 5 of the Dutch team. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think they've both entered top 10 briefly, maybe. For sure top 20, but I think they both have entered just briefly the top 10, and or could have or should have, and yeah, that would be a good team.
Okay, and my final question for today, once and for all, could you please tell us, also our commentator Evgeny Miroshnichenko was wondering today in the broadcast, how do we pronounce the word Scheveningen in the right way?
Oh, I'm not actually an expert on that, because I moved to Holland as a 13-year-old child, and I've picked up the language, but it's a little late to, at least for me, it was a little late to pick up like completely flawless Dutch accent. So while I can do better than you and all the other people here, but I don't do it as well as Dutch. So I would say Scheveningen, but it is not perfect, but I'm trying.
All right, then let me wish you to improve your Dutch just as much as you're improving your chess day by day, and lots of luck in the rounds to come.
Thank you. Some things, they can no longer be improved, and I hope that is definitely the case with my Dutch pronunciation, but I do hope that chess is not one of those things. Thank you.
Thanks.